Hi everyone, it's Pumudi Tananda here from Team GAUI, and today I'm really excited to show you the new GAUI Eclipse E28F. It's a freestyle racing quadcopter from GAUI, and it's a 280mm size quadcopter measured from motor to motor diagonally. It can accommodate up to a 6-inch propeller, and there's a really big ton of nice features packed into this package. As you might know, GAUI is one of the top of the line RC helicopter manufacturers, and you can check them out on online. And this is the newest baby. So the box is really nice. Can't wait to open it. The equipment that I'll be using with it is the Scorpion 2205 2350 kV motors. Scorpion is also one of the best manufacturers of RC motors on the market that you can get. You can get RC plane motors, RC helicopter motors, cars, and this is one of their latest addition to the line. Is quadcopter, mini quadcopter racing motors. The next thing I'd like to show you is the battery lock strap. These are a bit sticky on the straps, and it makes the battery hold very well inside the airframe. The tools I'm going to be building with are the Scorpion high performance hand tools. They are really good tools, and they come in a really nice set like this. Really awesome. Highly recommended. The other equipment I'm going to be running is the 200 milliwatt mini video transmitter to run with my goggles, and the 5-inch tri-blade propellers. And we might change I might change in the future just to test a few propellers out. So let's go ahead and open the boxes. So we're now zoomed up to the box, and we're ready to do the unboxing of this quadcopter, but let's first, of course, have a check out the box, the packaging. It's really nice packaging, as GAUI always has on their products. This outer casing features the logo, and on the back we have all the specifications. If you need the manual, you can take your tablet or smartphone and just go ahead here and read the QR code, and then it'll bring you the manual on your device. All the specifications and features are listed down here. Let's go over a few. For example, the arms are 16mm carbon fiber tubes, and they're really thick in the thickness of the carbon fiber. We have the power distribution board, and all the camera and ACE32 flight controller, FPV camera, voltage filters as well, so you don't have any static running in your video transmission system. You can adjust the quadcopter arms to 3 different configurations. We'll be going through that in the build video, which are coming later. Also the click and lock battery system, which is really nice, as well as the everything is CNC, carbon fiber, and aluminum. So let's go ahead and open the box. Let's take off the outer casing, and let's hurry up and get to the quadcopter because it's really exciting. Open flap is here. You just push into it and you open it. I've already opened this box to check out the stuff so the video goes nicer, but here it is. This is the GAUI E28F. It's packed nicely in this packaging foam, and if you want to just lift it out of the box, you just give it a nudge like that, and it comes right out. Let's put this to the side first. The next thing in this box is we just take this piece of packaging foam out, and at the bottom as well, you just poke into the holes, and you can grab and pull this piece out, which will reveal the stuff underneath, which is the Eclipse stickers. Very pretty stickers as well. You can stick it on your car, on your whatever you want to stick it on. This is the bag of miscellaneous parts which come with the kit. The battery or wire lock straps which you can use for all the loose wiring that you might have inside the airframe, and the motor spacers in case some of your motor screws are too long, or sometimes your motor needs a little bit of a lift to get out of the clearance of the motor mounts. You have some spare screws around here and some wires to connect to your normal single cable receiver. So let's go ahead and take the quadcopter and have a look. So we have here the GAUI Eclipse 28F out of the box. Checking out the features, it's a molded plastic casing to protect your equipment on the outside, and the cool feature about this quadcopter is the battery tray. It's a click and lock battery system, which means when you want to take it off, you just push down and you just pull right out. The battery tray comes right off with this nice CNC machined latch here. When you want to install it back in, you just push it in like this, push it here, push the flap down, and lock. It's in. It will not move. Let's take the top and bottom covers off to show the insides of the quadcopter, and let's go ahead and do that with our Scorpion hand tools. So after unscrewing 4 screws, you can just lift the top latch off like this, and it will reveal the inside of the top area of the E28F. As you can see, it's high quality carbon fiber plate. I believe this is actually a 2mm carbon fiber plate on top here. Very, very rigid. It will not flex, which is good for rigidity. Focus down here, we have the camera servo, which pitches up and down the FPV camera. The carbon fiber tubes in here are very thick, really, really tough carbon fiber tubes, and the motor mounts are beautifully machined and blue colored anodized and Eclipse logo etched. On the arms you can see the markings for tilting the motor mounts forward in the H configuration of the quadcopter. This is actually in the X configuration at the moment. You can do in a H configuration, or the two front can be straight and the back can be tilted back, so really depends on you. It takes very little time to change the position of the arm, so that's a very neat feature. So let's go ahead and open the bottom side of the Eclipse 28F. Lift the bottom plate off like this, and down here we have a power distribution board, which includes all the really neat features that you might want in a good power distribution board. We have the XE60 battery connector to the back here, so you can plug in your battery very neatly and the wires won't flap everywhere. In the middle here we have underneath we have the ESC connecting points, which you connect your ESC receiver wires to run up to the flight controller port inside the body of the Eclipse. We'll feature how that works out later. And on top of the connectors we have the guard here, so if you happen to crash, which happens a lot in FPV flying, this won't break any connectors down there. Let's go ahead and open up the middle of the body here so we can show you the internal workings of the quadcopter. So after removing all the screws on the top, you can lift the frame off top frame off, and it just comes off like that. The FPV camera is actually plugged already into the power distribution board down here, which is a 12 volt output for the camera here. We have another output for 5 volt camera on this side, and included in here is the Eclipse version of the NACE32 in here, which we have all the motor connections all up here, which go all into the power distribution board down there, and runs to all the various equipment that there are in this quadcopter. So the features there are there's the RGB LEDs on the front and the back, which have these clear plastic things to magnify the light outside of the quadcopter. We have a buzzer down here, and to the back here we have the S-Bus wire lead if you're going to use the S-Bus receiver. This one is for the video transmitter, so this one would just go into the video transmitter that you're using. The motor connections down underneath the quadcopter down here, which I showed you earlier, you just connect up your ESCs to these, and you'll directly connect your motors up to the NACE32 flight controller board through the power distribution set up here. So you don't need to plug them individually into the board, you just plug them in down there and they'll come up straight up to the flight controller board. So that's a really neat feature of the GAUI E28F. So I hope you have enjoyed the video of the unboxing and the features of the GAUI E28F, and in the next video I'll show you some tips and tricks how to get this thing running. So stay tuned.